What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the results for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Unfortunately, I missed the kickoff show. They said the runtime was 7 p.m., but I guess that didn't count the kickoff show, which started at 6.
Dude!
But anyways, there was only one kickoff show match, as I suspected. The Bludgeon Brothers versus Gallows and Anderson for the Smackdown Live Tag Team titles. Unfortunately, like I said, I missed it, but the Bludgeon Brothers did retain their titles. We then come to the main card. We started off with Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. This was a decent match after a lot of action and a lot of near falls. Daniel Bryan, after taking one hell of a beating, got the heel hook on Big Cass for the win. We then have Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. This was a pretty predictable match. Sami Zayn kept squirreling out of the ring, running away from Bobby Lashley. He gets his hands on Bobby Lashley, beats him down a little bit, but Bobby Lashley fights back, gives Sami Zayn a beatdown, and 3 hanging suplexes, and then pins him. As we all expected, Bobby Lashley won this one. We then have Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental Championship. Started off with Elias in the ring. He runs down Seth Rollins in Chicago, as he normally does. Once the match starts, it was a really good match. There was a lot of back and forth between the two. Elias was really close to winning this at a few times, but after Seth Rollins and Elias were trading roll-ups, trying to get a pin, Seth Rollins was able to catch him. It looked like he grabbed him by the belt and got the pin. We then come to the women's Money in the Bank match. Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Lana, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Naomi. This was pretty good. I didn't understand why they had a 6-foot ladder mixed in with all the other ladders. It's not like anybody would be able to reach the briefcase from that ladder. There were a lot of close spots with this match, but Alexa Bliss was able to climb the ladder and pull down the briefcase to win. We then have Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns.
Joy.
Sunil Singh was at ringside in a wheelchair, but as you can probably guess, later on in the match he did get involved and interfered with Roman Reigns. The crowd really wasn't into this match, neither was I really. They were having more fun doing the wave throughout the whole arena than paying attention to the match. As you can probably guess, Roman Reigns got the spear for the win. We then have Carmelo versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This was actually a pretty good match. Asuka was actually starting to get over when someone came up to the apron dressed up like Asuka and distracted her. That person took the mask off, and it turned out to be James Ellsworth. So Mr. No Chin is back in the WWE. Once again, this distracted Asuka. Carmella got the super kick for the win. And that was one match that I called right on the nose that Carmella was going to win due to interference. We then have Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles in a last man standing match for the WWE title. This was actually a pretty awesome match. As expected, Shinsuke Nakamura got a low blow in on AJ Styles, who once again you would think he would start wearing a cup after this. After letting this match go for a good long time and pretty much tearing up all the announcers' tables, AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash on Shinsuke Nakamura from part of the steel steps. As Shinsuke Nakamura was starting to get up, he kicked him square in the nuts, got back into the ring, and gave him a phenomenal forearm down to the floor. Shinsuke Nakamura wasn't able to answer the 10 count, so AJ Styles retains his title. We then have Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. In the opening part of this match, Ronda Rousey gets ragdolled basically. Then Ronda Rousey starts to fight back. She tries to go for the armbar, but in the process, Alexa Bliss comes in, hits her in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Ronda Rousey wins by disqualification. Unfortunately, she doesn't win the title because the title can only change hands in pinfall or submission. Alexa Bliss attacks Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey with the briefcase, cashes the contract in, and pins Nia Jax and becomes a new Raw Women's Champion. Which brings us to our main event, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, The Miz, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, Rusev, Kevin Owens, and the member from the New Day that was decided, Kofi Kingston. Right at the start of the match, everybody gangs up on Braun Strowman. They fight him up the ramp, knock him down, and then bury him under a stack full of ladders. As all this is going on, The Miz is in the ring, trying to sneak up the ladder, and he's stopped by Samoa Joe. As the match keeps going on, Braun Strowman gets out from the stack of ladders. Finn Balor climbs the ladder that's outside of the ring and gives a coup de grace to Bobby Roode, who is in the ring. Braun Strowman fights off Finn Balor and Kofi Kingston to climb the ladder, and he gets the Money in the Bank case. After the match, Braun Strowman stands tall in the ring, holding up the briefcase, and we end tonight's pay-per-view. All in all, this was a really good pay-per-view. I liked it. I did get a couple of picks right. I did get a couple of picks wrong as well. Thankfully, the Roman Reigns Jinder Mahal match wasn't too far close to the end, and like I said, the crowd really wasn't into it, neither was I. I was actually surprised that they gave somebody from Raw the Money in the Bank briefcase for the men, being that Brock Lesnar is never at the show for somebody to cash it in. I think his next appearance is supposed to be SummerSlam. But all the other matches were really good. Like I said, I think only the Roman Reigns match was the only down point in the whole pay-per-view, but everything else is pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on tomorrow on Raw and Tuesday on Smackdown. That'll do it for the results for the pay-per-view. Leave a comment down below what you thought of Money in the Bank or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.